Hi, I'm Lares Feliciano, and I am here with Erin Greenwell, the director of My Best Day, and Rachel Stile, actress in My Best Day. And I'm really excited to be interviewing you guys tonight. Our theme for Frameline36 is Find Your Story, and I would like to know what story are you trying to find through this film?
The story I'm trying to find through the film is one that kind of, one actress in the movie said that many themes are echoed throughout the film because it is an ensemble piece, and the story overall is everyone's trying to find their own identity and realizing that identity comes from within and it doesn't come from what someone else tells you should be or what society mandates you be. It's not your job, it's not your lover, it's it's not your friends, it has to come from you. So I'd say that would be the biggest story I'm trying to tell.
Great, that's wonderful. So do you feel a personal connection to any of the characters in your story, and how do you connect to your story and your characters on a personal level? And this is something both of you can answer.
Yeah, basically, I mean, I think, I thought about, for my character, I play Karen in the film, and I just think about all the times that I was looking for something, that I was searching for something, and I just thought, if I could only find this thing, once I find this thing, everything will be okay. And just sort of the hope and, I think, real, even innocence that goes with that, just you're searching for something and you don't know what's going to happen when you find it, you don't know if you're going to find it, but I just think that's universal, so I really, really connected with that. And it's also, it's full of surprises when you don't know, when you're looking for something, you just never know what you're going to find, so that part was really, really fun.
Yeah.
Same kind of thing. As I think we talked about this a lot, where the best parts of movies are movies are so aspirational, where it is the person is on a magical or noble quest to do something that they're afraid to do, but they're compelled to do it. But at the same time, we both wanted to play with the mythology that, well, in real life, you're never done. As soon as you get the one thing, then there's something else that's unobtainable. And while it's always good to have aspirations and dreams, sometimes there can also be kind of a sickness with never being satisfied with the journey you take. And so for both of us, we talked about really making sure that even though it sounds a little bit corny, that the journey is just as important as what's at the end of it. And both of us related to that because we knew each other when we were like career obsessed and always about like the gig and the and the kind of more we kind of mature into our craft, we're also kind of like, let's do art for art's sake and let's have fun for
exactly, let's have fun along the way, otherwise
so we kind of both like in a weird way use that kind of mantra making the movie.
Wow, well that totally comes across in the film. That aspect of the journey is like very, very potent, and each of the characters manifests that individually, and there's a very collective cohesion as well. And that's actually a great segue into the next question about the process of making the filming. Are there any kind of good behind the scenes stories of your own journey as filmmakers and as an actor putting the film together?
Boy, like for you, what was it like being an actor on that?
It was incredible. I mean, I think I said this before, but it sort of felt like, when you do theater, you're with, a whole bunch of people thrown together for 6 weeks, and then you put up a play, and so you sort of have that rapport with everybody. But amazingly, on the film, it seemed like we already knew each other. I think the casting was so good, and the story was so strong that we all just kind of came together, and I mean, not to sound cheesy, but it was really amazing from day one. We all just had such a great time, and I just felt like I knew them, So it was really great.
Yeah, I mean, shooting the film was really, I'd say it was one of the hardest things I've ever done, but also one of the easiest because everyone involved really was involved just because they had the time to spare to be focused and create something really unique and specific to whatever their part was. And because of that, like when we'd have hard things, it still would always operate under like, let's just do it, let's just go. So an example was we had torrential downpours on and off every day. With like to the point where we're meteorologists, where it's like the Doppler says, and we could like track like where the clouds were moving, like, and it kind of took away any fear around technique because people, as soon as the clouds would pass, like the actors would be like, game on, let's do it. And so it was kind of nice though, because then what came out of that, there was like a lot less fear because everyone knew what they wanted to do, and then it was like, just let us, you know, it was literally like, just if it stops raining, we're going to nail this. And it was kind of a really nice feeling because we didn't overthink the process or what would happen. We just wanted to go. So it was tough because of that, because it takes place in the course of one day.
Yeah.
So continuity wise, we're like, okay. But it ended up being a nice challenge because it kind of upped the certainty of what we all knew we could do.
For sure. What do you hope that your audience will take away when they walk out of the theater after seeing your film?
You know, I just hope they recognize themselves in it. You know, and know that if you're looking for something, it's okay. You know, but it's also okay to remember that if you never find that thing, or if you decide you know what, you want to stop looking for that thing and move on, that's okay too. I think to really just connect with it, and don't be afraid to go find yourself too, whatever that means for you.
So tell us about a queer film that has inspired you as a director, as an actor, as creative people.
I would say for me, a queer film that really changed my life was Go Fish, because it was the first film I saw that was in a theater, and it you know, it really felt like I just couldn't believe a story could be that personal. And I remember someone who was slightly homophobic being like, well, I guess I didn't get the inside joke. And I was like, exactly, you didn't. Like, I was like, for once, you know, you try watching a movie where you don't get the joke. Like, you bend yourself to this movie and learn how to find the story in it and learn how to connect. Because I do that all the time, damn it. Like, you know, that's like, and so Go Fish was, like, once again, unapologetically very specific and very personal. But to me, such a universal and fun movie, and I'd say it was one of the first gay movies I saw where it inspired me to believe that I could make a story as specific to my own vision as I wanted, and not worry about, once again, who would want to see it or where it could be shown. So Go Fish, I'd say Go Fish was the seminal movie for me.
So tell us, what do you like about screening with Frameline? What's your favorite part about being here at the Frameline Film Festival?
I think this theater is amazing. You know, it has such an amazing history. So, I mean, for me, it's just a tremendous honor to be back here. I was actually here once before, and it's just incredible. So I don't know. It's just the sense of history and just being part of that is such an honor. And of course, the city itself has such an amazing history too. So it's definitely an incredible experience that I won't ever forget. So I'm very happy to be here.
Yeah, I mean, I look on Facebook, and any filmmaker I know who's in this festival has the same picture where it's like the Castro and their marquee, and everyone's like is slightly different and kind of funky, but everyone tries to take the picture. And today I almost got ran over by a car because I was like, oh my god, you know. And it is like such a historic feeling. And the first time we screened here, like, you know, there was a big moment and everyone clapped, and I could feel my like chest bone literally like rattle. And that's a really intense, you know, it's a really intense feeling to share that experience with a lot of people at once in a historic theater. Once again, you feel like royalty. So for us, it's being in one of the oldest festivals literally in the country. It's a huge honor, and it's wonderful to be part of that kind of a supportive audience that isn't necessarily just handed to you wherever you go. So it's very special for me, and I'm really glad to be here, and I know you are too.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Well, we're so glad to have you, and thank you so much.
Thank you very much.
Much.